Hiya, welcome back to another speed build. So today we are building an apartment block in Salvador, and it's a bit of a large build because it's made up of 3 apartments, so I've kind of cut it into the pieces that I think are more interesting. So at the beginning I'm just kind of playing around with wallpapers and the shape quite a lot, so we end up fast forwarding a bit and concentrating more on the interiors like I tend to do in my speed builds. But the idea of this was just that my various sim families, they would own one of these apartments as a vacation home, because I kind of miss that feature a bit in Sims 4, because I know in Sims 3 you could actually purchase a vacation home or go to like resort housing, but you had like different visa levels, and once you got to visa level 3 you could purchase your own home there. So I'm not sure why we can't do that in The Sims 4 yet, so I thought I would do that in an imaginary kind of way and just have one of my sim families only stay at one of these apartments and either lock the doors for them or a club that they're in, if that's easier. But I was actually replaying quite an old PC game. I don't know if I've talked about it on my channel before. It's called Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, and the graphics are very outdated in it because it was made back in 2006, as well as the kind of gameplay, but the story is just really amazing, so it's still one of my favorite games. And as I was playing it, just the buildings and style of the town that she lives in really inspired me and made me want to jump into The Sims and build something like that. So here's a screenshot just outside her house, and her front door kind of faces another front door of another apartment, so I was kind of trying to recreate that here. But the door in that and like the trim along the walls really made me think of the items in Jungle Adventure, but then meshing that with other things like windows with the shutters on them like they have in the game, but also this shot of the city, the building on the right behind. I kind of based the second apartment on that design with the windows, but also saw there was this glass dome skylight on one of the other ones, so I thought that would be cool to incorporate as well. But the apartment here kind of on the right of the screen is the standalone one, and that's actually based on Zoe, the character from the Dreamfall's game apartment. So here's a screenshot of that, and I pretty much just did the whole layout of the living room and kitchen. I did forget to turn the recording back on for that part, so you just kind of see it throughout the video and in the screenshots at the end. But basically I quite liked that corner couch in it, so that was some custom content I used, but for the upload to the gallery I changed that out. I think I also used a wine rack in the middle apartment that I took out for the gallery upload. But yeah, originally this apartment I thought would be my favourite, but it's probably one of the more simpler ones of the 3. I really like how the living spaces in the other 2 turned out, so this is probably no longer my favourite, but it's still a nice apartment. Made sure to use lots of Jungle Adventure wallpapers, especially for the bathrooms because I quite like those ones, and lots of different concrete ones as well. Also I love those island living sliding doors. I think that kind of matched with the whole aesthetic as well. But this apartment also has a basement in it, which I was thinking I could do like a hidden away tomb down there, but in the end it was kind of like, you know, when you just spend too much time on a build and you're like, I should probably finish it now, like it could go on forever, but there must be an end, so I kind of just left it as a wine cellar. But maybe I'll go back and expand on it at some point. This apartment we've kind of gone to at the other end has 2 bedrooms. One of them is for kids because I wanted one apartment to be kind of more family friendly, and so the living space is on the middle floor, and then at the top I was thinking originally making that another bedroom, but I thought like a hobby room with different activities would probably be better, and I had made this just before the eco lifestyle pack came out, and I was thinking I could perhaps replace the items up there with some of the crafting items from that pack. But yeah, I thought hobby room would kind of be better for it. This kitchen, I love how it turned out. I don't think I've used those Jungle Adventure counters in the yellow before, and I just made sure, since that's quite a bright item, to balance that out with just kind of more simple colour tones in the rest of the room. So just lots of greys and more muted colours. One thing I'll mention is I did put washing machines and dryers in each apartment, but I kind of realised once I was testing the apartments in gameplay, you can't actually use those while on vacation, which is kind of annoying, because if that's something you usually enjoy in your game, I don't see why you wouldn't have your Sims still do it on vacation, and if not, just like leave the laundry piling up. But I kept those items in the apartments just to make it kind of look more realistic, but yeah, be aware you can't actually use them. But for this one, I also made sure that the stairways were quite opened up, and I tend to be putting railing on the stairs less these days because I don't like the look of it when it joins at the top of the floor if you have another wall railing there, if that's making any sense. So I've kind of just kept it off for some of these. But heading over to the middle apartment, I changed the look of this quite a bit because originally I thought it'd be cool to try the dark floorboards, but didn't really like that with the counters. Or should I keep the dark floorboards and just change the counters perhaps? But yeah, it changes quite a lot, but I think it ends up being probably my favourite living room space of the three. Just the bright bits of colour in the living space I thought kind of tied together nicely and looked a bit different to other apartments I've done in the past. Yeah. But it's now Friday night as I am filming this, so really glad that it's the weekend, though I might actually be going into work tomorrow morning, which is kind of sad, but I haven't really done in as many hours as I would have liked to this week. As I think I mentioned in the previous video, it's kind of hard going back to 50-hour weeks. It's been a bit of a struggle, so I kind of want to make up some hours in the morning, but after that I'm meeting some friends in town for lunch, so I might just head straight there after work. But yeah, it should be good to catch up with them. I think we're getting hot pot, like Chinese hot pot in town, which should be good. I think I've had it once at my friend's house here, but I haven't been to a restaurant and had it. I had a lot of it in Japan actually, but that was some time ago. But then the rest of the weekend will probably just be the usual gym, chores, supermarket shopping, getting ready for the next week. But Sunday night we're going to my brother's girlfriend's birthday dinner in town, so that should be nice as well. The place she's having it at's got really good food. I think I've only been there like once before. But I've been finding the weekends just too short, like I kind of want a proper holiday now. We are going away for my birthday weekend in about a month's time up north, so kind of looking forward to that. It will be just like 2 extra days because we're leaving the Friday morning and back on the Monday night. But yeah, it's a city in New Zealand that I've never been to before, so it would be good to explore that. It's kind of interesting in New Zealand at the moment because there's a lot of promotion for Kiwis to travel in New Zealand and do touristy things that they might have never done before, because obviously right now the borders are closed and the tourism industry has been hit pretty hard by that, and yeah, they're just really trying to encourage us to kind of see more of the country and put our money into those tourist places. So I guess that's kind of what we will be doing on our holiday. But yeah, it's kind of funny that you live in a place but you don't really see much of it. Well, that's kind of the case for me here in New Zealand. Like, I'll have friends that visit from overseas and they'll show me all these amazing photos of places that they've gone to in the country, and I'm like, wow, that's really beautiful, but I've never been there before. Like, I don't know if you guys tend to do that, but you just kind of stay where you live. I don't know, maybe it's different for New Zealand, but yeah, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of it, so it'd be cool to do some like traveling within the country since we can't do our overseas trips anymore. Here's just the master bedroom for this apartment. I really like that window from laundry day because you kind of put things on the windowsill. It just looks a bit funny if you're on the outside and have the walls down. It looks like the objects are kind of floating there, but they're really on the inside of the window. Also thought it'd be cute just to have this TV at the end of the bed, but it's not functional, unfortunately. I think, was it Sims 2 or 3, you could have your Sims just lie and relax on the bed, and were they able to watch the TV, or was it just like read a book or chill out? I can't quite remember, but yeah, it's not something you can do in the Sims 4. Just for the last part of this build, we're back to the middle apartment. Doing the bedroom up here. I thought originally I would separate it into 2 rooms, but I thought, nah, just keep it as one and have the double bed and single bed in here together. But yeah, I really like this room when the sun comes in through the skylight, though it can be rather bright in the middle of the day in the gameplay. Also just chucked a random yoga mat in here because why not? They might want to do some yoga while they're on holiday. There's also a bathroom up here for this room, as well as a single toilet downstairs connected to the lounge. But here we're just heading into some screenshots. So that's the kind of alleyway between 2 of the apartments, and this is the middle one's living space, probably my favourite of the 3. I really like that kitchen. The bedroom upstairs with the very large dome skylight. This is the front of the end apartment, the one for the family. It's got 2 bedrooms, a master with the ensuite here, which is very nice. The lovely ensuite. And also the kids' bedroom, which is right here, which is for a child and toddler sim, but of course could be changed. The upstairs, I did actually come back here after Eco Lifestyle to edit those stove splashbacks that I'm currently a bit obsessed with. There's also this toilet here, which is joined to the middle lounge. Heading upstairs is the kind of hobby room, which I think I might replace with some activities from the Eco Lifestyle pack, maybe the candle making table. And then back over to the apartment that's kind of standing alone, and this was based on the Dreamfall game. It's a bit more of a toned down apartment, I'd say, to the others. This is also the basement I talked about. And then the upstairs bedroom, bathroom, and the 2 balconies you can also access from up there. And just some floor plan screenshots so you can kind of see the layout from above. But I hope you enjoyed this build. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!